Many people see Jenny McCarthy as an actress, a former playmate, a mother, and an autism activist. However, few people see her as a charlatan. And these people do their research and observe Jenny's behavior and statements. The main controversy is that she stirs up is that she claims to have cured her son's autism. Autism is a lifelong disorder that has no cure and probably will never have a cure. Okay, she seems to acknowledge this fact whenever she says, well, Evan's not completely cured. In fact, this is enough to convict her with false advertising or even fraud. Alright? These are both felonies, by the way. So Jenny, please don't say you cured him until you know that he's 100% cured. Well, Jenny also lacks information sources. The only source that she states is that she Googled autism. Alright? Google is a homepage. Alright? That's not sufficient enough. Now if you went to the CDC or the APA, that's credible. And she has gone to some organizations like that. But the bottom line is she primarily gets it off of Google. Alright? In fact, these organizations have concluded that through scientific research that there is no correlation between autism and vaccines. And Jenny, your cure is the gluten-free diet, and doctors recommend that for individuals with wheat allergy or coeliac disease, and the symptoms include chronic diarrhea, failure to thrive in childhood, that is, and fatigue. Failure to thrive is simply a medical term used to describe poor weight gain and physical growth failure over an extended period of time in infancy. Right? I'm not saying that diet has no effect on neuroactivity. Okay, for instance, on Super Size Me, the crew visited a juvenile detention facility where the staff disposed of the vending machines and made their meals to meet FDA recommendations. As a result, the staff saw an increase in test scores and a decrease in discipline problems. This could be a decrease in sugar as the students were less energetic. And you have to understand, it's not simply the toxins, okay, because there's trace amounts of them everywhere. Mercury and arsenic, it's everywhere, but in trace amounts, right? Alright. Okay, but rather the quantity of what you've got. Alright. Everyone says don't feed chocolate to dogs. Alright. But you could give them white chocolate because for every pound of body weight that a dog has, you have to the measure is 200 ounces per pound of body weight. So you could give them like what, 7 ounces of white chocolate, and nothing's going to happen to them. All right. But if you give them baking chocolate, which might be semi-sweet chocolate, I have to do more research on that, and you give them 7 ounces, that is if you assume that your dog weighs only 1 pound. If you give them 7 ounces of baking chocolate, then they're going to go through chocolate poisoning, because because the maximum requirement per pound of body weight is 1/10 of an ounce per pound of body weight. Alright. And on Larry King Live, he said that you would rather have a child with measles than an autistic child. Well, I hate to tell you this, Jenny, but measles have taken the lives of children. And not to mention it's claimed the lives of thousands of Native Americans. In fact, it's that death is better than autism attitude that has led to some parents to murder their autistic children. And these are violent deaths, by the way. And if you are one of these parents, then you have to see a therapist. Or you could commit suicide. Either way, it's not my problem. What's shocking is that some of these autism advocacy groups have hired people that have murdered their autistic children. Their research is directed at finding the cause of autism. If they succeed, then this would lead to mass abortion, just like what happened with Down syndrome. Alright? Because it's going to be genetic, like it or not. Your strength and status on this issue does not come from scientific research or even common sense, but from irrational and enraged anti-vaccination parents and anti-pharmaceutical company conspiracy theorists. These people are just like PETA. They try to intimidate people by threatening them and their families. They even threaten autistics for disagreeing with them. The bottom line is to accept your autistic child for who he or she is, and accept the fact that there is no silver bullet solution for autism. Jenny, I do not believe that your diet made Evan recover, because I really do think that he had coeliac disease. But I'm not a doctor, and neither are you, so neither of us can officially diagnose him. And besides, even if he is autistic, most autistics say their first words at around the same age as your child did. Except for Aspies, such as myself, because we have no general delay in language. But we're still autistic. And I would strongly recommend that you watch Front of the Class. Because it teaches us autism it's not what needs to be cured, it's ignorance. Alright? Alright, Jenny? See you.